Hey, what's up, players? This is Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and right now we're getting ready to have a six-pack challenge match with Potsy and Tino on the Big Podcast Show. Holla at a player.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Ponce and Pans Network brings you its tag team champions of the world, the Road Dogg Tino Gray, the badass Rob Potsy Potchak. That's right, the Potsy and Tino Show. As always, our theme song is brought to you by Adam's House Cats, called The Wrestling Song. It's available on iTunes for 99 cents. Tino, how you been?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
We already got somebody in the chat. We got Chris Barrett saying, howdy, fellas.
I think he's got it like a timer, or he's got something like as soon as we go on. He's always
so interestingly enough, I actually went ahead and sent him a message because I forgot to post that we were not doing a show last night.
Oh damn!
After I said I was going to, and I had people reach out to me to sit there and go, "No show tonight."
That was on you. Well, tell him why originally tell him why we weren't going to do it. Well, we were going to do it tonight. Why we switched it.
Because I had plans?
Yes.
Yeah. So I had plans.
And we could have done it, but then you got sick.
Yes. And then I've been sick, and I'm still sick. Like, and I'm not. So let me put it this way. It's so weird, man, because like I've had the flu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, my bell turned on. I've had the flu before. And I always get a flu shot. And the year that I got the flu, I got a bad flu, Tino. Like bad flu. Like I went from, and this was while, you know what, GameStop story of the week. I'll go ahead and I'll do that before we even do what's up with you. When I got the flu, I was at work on a conference call. Okay, so I walked in and I was perfectly fine. I go, I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, we're going to start working. And all of a sudden I start getting cold. And I'm like, I never get cold in here. It's, 60 to 68 degrees in here. It's perfect, and all of a sudden, like I got goosebumps on my arms and stuff. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? Right. So I have a conference call I got to be on. So I'm sitting there on a video conference call. And all of a sudden you just see me go like this, like you're muted.
I know I did that because I was yelling at my son. Sorry.
Oh, okay. But so I'm sitting there on this conference call, and all of a sudden you just see me go like this.
Oh, snap.
And I'm like, my face is turning like all funny colors and stuff. And people are like, Rob, are you feeling all right? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't know what's going on. And by the end of it, now I sound a little congested right now, right?
Right.
By the end of it, I was like, I could barely talk, just
the hell?
Flat out, like I'm sweating profusely. It's like I'm a mule trying to bring cocaine into the States. Okay, wow. Yeah, that's how bad it was. So I'm sitting there. We finally get done the conference call, and I call my boss, and I go, Eugene, I got to go home. And he's like, yeah, you didn't look so good on the conference call, Rob. And I'm like, yeah, I think I have the flu. And he goes, no, I don't think it's the flu. It's probably just a sinus infection, blah, 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 whatever. And I'm like, no. I'm going to say right now, every time I thought I had the flu, I'm going to say I never had the flu. This time, I'm pretty sure it's the flu.
Oh my God.
So he goes, go ahead, go home, whatever. So I go home. And I'm sitting there at the house, and I'm like bundled up. Like I got like 19 blankets on me. I literally look like I'm like, like Luke Skywalker when he climbed into the Tauntaun. Like I'm bundled up like that, but I'm sweating and I'm freezing, and I'm like, and then, at my sister's house, because this is how long ago that was, I sit there and I walk upstairs, and I almost fall down the stairs because my equilibrium's off, and my muscles are so achy that I can barely lift my legs. Okay, so all this is going on, and I'm like, I've never felt this bad in my life. I went through quadruple bypass surgery and never felt this bad. Like, I don't know what's going. So I'm like, Shane, Michelle, I'm going to the doctor. And they're like, Rob, it's like 6 o'clock at night. I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to the doctor. You know, I'll go over to Wake Med. I'm just going.
You drove yourself to the doctor?
So I drove myself to the doctor. I get to the doctor. They're like, yeah, you look pretty bad. This was before masks. They made me put a mask on.
Oh, damn.
And they're like, don't touch anything. Here's some hand sanitizer, you know, whatever. Like you look bad. Okay. So of course they shove the thing all the way into the back of your brain, go like this a little bit, come back like 5 minutes later, and they're like, you got the flu. And they're like, you didn't catch like a little flu. You got like the full blown flu. And then they're like, did you get your flu shot this year? I'm like, fuck yeah, I did. Got my flu shot. I get my flu shot every year. And they're like, well, I guess we gave you a bad flu shot.
Oh, shit.
And what they really meant was a different strain of what the flu actually was. Well, you know, like now we're sitting here like a year later, we're going, or 2 years later, we're like, we don't even know if that was the flu last year. That could have been COVID, you know, like whatever. But anyway, so Saturday, you know, Friday night I go out. I'm sitting there drawing at Ruckus like I normally do on a Friday night, and I get done. And I go, man, I got a little scratchiness in the back of my throat. When I wake up, I got really bad scratchiness, but I think it's just the same way it always is because I wake up, my throat's real dry, and, you know, I just need to drink some water or whatever, and it'll go away. It doesn't go away. But I have no fever. I have no other symptoms. And then my nose starts running. Like, and Tino, when I say my nose was running, I mean, like Carl Lewis couldn't run like this.
Oh, damn.
For the younger audience out there, he won the Olympics for the fast back in like 1984 or 88 or whatever. But so I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because I have no fever. I don't have it, like, and then I start sneezing, just random sneezes. It's like, is this allergies? No, it doesn't really feel like allergies, but it acted like allergies, but didn't feel like allergies. So anyways, like Sunday I wake up, the runny nose is still there, the sore throat's gone. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm getting better. But now I got a fever of 99.2. And 99.2 sounds like a mild fever to some people, but my normal resting temperature is like 97.
Oh, damn.
So a 99.2 is a 2-degree difference. So you feel it. You know what I mean? Like I go, like, look at my ears. I have not been drinking and my ears are red. My ears only turn red when I've been drinking or when my body's trying to dissipate heat. And my body right now, like my ears are like on fire. Now that could also mean somebody's talking about me. I don't know. That's the old wives' tale about that. Yeah. Well, then yesterday I wake up and like I feel fine for the most part. Like except my body aches. Like my muscles hurt. Like my body's like, no, you're not moving. You're not gonna walk a mile today. Like, you know? But yet everything else I was perfectly fine. Like and I'm not kidding. Like perfectly fine. Except for this congestion, which still just feels like allergies and body aches. So I don't know if I have like a low grade flu. I don't know if I, you know, like have all my tastes, have all my smell.
But you had the shot?
Which shot? The flu shot? Every year. Both shots.
Did you get the coronavirus one?
Well, I'm fully vaccinated. I have not gotten a booster.
Because the reason I'm saying that new Omicron, whatever, they're saying mimics that what you're talking about.
I don't know though. I feel fine, like for the most part.
Yeah, they said it's mild. You need to
although I've been taking Dayquil, which does not work well with my system. Like Dayquil, like just makes my brain sit there and whatever. So like, you know, today I'm sitting there at work, and I got Richard Walker's in the audience. What's going on, Richard? But Richard and I went to high school together.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I've known him almost as long as I've known you, Tino.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I might actually know Richard longer than I know you because
you were out of high
I didn't know you in high school. Yeah, you're older than me. and went to a different high school, I'm sure. So,
Dumbass.
but anyway, like, you know, I've been taking Dayquil, and I've been taking NyQuil as well. And I'm going to tell you, man, I have had some trippy dreams on NyQuil, but I've gotten some good night's sleeps, and I don't ever sleep good. You know that.
Yeah.
So like, but okay. Remember how last year, a friend of the show ended up dying of COVID, named Charles Kibbe.
Yeah.
Well, so the other night I have a dream because I'm on NyQuil. Okay. I have this dream, and it's so vivid. It's me going to a convention, setting up my convention booth, and Kibbe comes up and gives me a hug. Like one of those bro hugs. And Kibbe was like 6'5", 320 pounds. So when he put his arm around you, it was like, did I do something wrong? Am I getting kicked out? And he just, in this dream, he just reaches over, looks at me and says, we're going to have a good show this weekend. And then he like pats me on the head and then just like walks off. So vivid though. So realistic. I wake up. The first message I see on Facebook that day says it's been 1 year since he passed.
Oh.
How crazy is that, Tino?
Wow.
How crazy is that? So I'm going to stop talking for a minute. What's up with you?
Well, we had the party Saturday that you were supposed to go to.
But I was under the weather.
And you texted me and said that you thought it was the sinuses and things. So the party went off without a hitch. Everybody, when I say everybody here, was drunk off their ass. Everybody here, including my wife and Haley, everybody, we were all trashed. And the people that came. But it was a good time. Got up Sunday. Didn't go to church. But I DJ'd a private birthday party, which was I wasn't hungover, but you still, when you've been the next day, everything's still going.
You're hungover, but it's not one of those.
I didn't have a headache.
Threatening hangovers.
I didn't have a headache. I wasn't nauseous, but everything was still going.
You were probably still drunk. So
I just drank water the whole time I was DJing, and then I got home, and then Nicole, she was sick, so she was sick. She just now started getting better yesterday. She had a stomach thing going, so I was like, that sucked. And so she's just not better. She's got back to school. I mean, I went to work Monday and Tuesday. Today was my last day until the first of the year. So I'm officially on vacay because I had to.
Now, is that actual you're using vacation time, or is that just the company says, hey, we're not working for these 2 weeks?
Well, the company came back and said that we're closed the 23rd through January 3rd. So I had vacation time. I need to use it or lose it. So I just use it on up until the 23rd.
Now I want to go ahead and point out to everybody in the audience that Tino just got a massive raise. So his vacation time is going to be at that new pay rate.
That's the sucky shit. That doesn't kick in the first year. They knew what the hell they were doing.
Because they got you.
I can't really explain because like everybody's like, it's Christmas and they're going on vacation, so everybody had to be shadowing and stuff. And then the actual the manager of that department is on vacation, so it won't. So July 3rd, June 3rd. Damn it, January 3rd. One of those J months.
You've been drinking, huh?
No, not yet. Not that much.
I literally am just taking a swig of whiskey to try to keep my throat going. Like otherwise, I'm all water tonight.
Well, I was showing you. Like I just got Crown everywhere. I'm about to finish this bottle. Somebody bought up to the party. I got a full bottle of Crown Apple, and I got 2 bottles of the Crown Peach because my buddy Chris across the street, Chris, works at the ABC store. Excuse me. And last week I've been telling him for a while since like the summer. I'm like, if you get Crown Peach, let me know. I will be there. Well, last week he hit me up and said, hey, we got 14 cases. The date, and then he said, now we got 9. So I said, just hold. I said, just let me know. I'm coming to get it. So he had 2.
Is it that good?
Yes.
Like I like the apple. I like the apple.
Yes, you'll like the peach too. It's that damn good. I'm gonna bring it to next Wednesday before we go. I'm not gonna because you got to drive. I'm not gonna have a whole lot, but I'll just have a taste. I'll bring the bottle.
It's my birthday. You can drive.
No, your car.
Maybe we go with Jason then.
I'll drive
we
your.
can both drink.
I'll drive your car.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but that'd be cool. I'll drive the Buick. But
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like why why wouldn't somebody want to drive my car?
I wish I want to get a Tesla, so those things drive themselves, and we could both drink, and the car would drive us to the show.
They can't drive themselves yet, Tino. That is a fallacy.
No, I got it. I got the guy who came to one of our parties. And was a friend of Nicole's cousin, has a Tesla. It drove him. He said it does. They do drive themselves.
Right, but they still have been known to have accidents.
Well, yeah, that's the risk you take.
So what else went on with you? You DJ'd a show on Sunday.
Yeah, DJ the show on Sunday. Like I said, just pretty much been counting down till today because I knew it was gonna be my last day. And it's my last day at my old position in the company. Last night, the manager took me and my coworker. We went to Gonza, Mexican restaurant.
Tacos, yeah.
Oh God, it was good. I'd never been there before.
Yeah.
I've never been to that one. I've been to the one in Waverly Place, but I didn't really eat anything. But last night I did, and it was good. And then today, it was the last day. She goes, "Yeah, what do you guys want for lunch?" So we had mellow mushroom, had a couple pizzas, and just pretty much chilled all day. And then I'm done. And then Saturday I'm off to Hickory. Got a show then, and then next week I'm chill until I'm like, I can't believe next week is Christmas.
It does not feel like it.
No.
You know what? You know why it doesn't feel like it to me though?
Why? Because you're not at GameStop.
Because I'm not at GameStop.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, man. Like, and it's nuts, dude. Because like you're right, and I live by myself, so I don't have a Christmas tree or anything like that set up. Because I mean, why would a single guy who besides you, I really don't have anybody come over. So it's like, why would I set up a Christmas tree and everything? But I do have my leg lamp from A Christmas Story.
When I lived by myself that one year, I had a Christmas tree because that's just me. I love Christmas. and I was telling Nicole. So
everywhere else I go, they have got the Christmas tree. So I just go and I hang out over at their houses. Like Shane and Michelle, or even my sister Carrie Ann's got her tree up. My mom doesn't have a tree up right now. And it's funny because she's like, why would I have a Christmas tree up? It's like, Mom, we're having Christmas at your house. And she goes, fine, I'll put up a Christmas tree.
No, but I was telling Nicole,
like she's like, I guess everybody's coming over to my house for Christmas. It's like, but you don't have a tree,
right?
And then and you know what she throws back at me because my mom throws the snark.
What?
She sits there and she's like, snark, 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 snark. She's like, oh, is next year at your house then?
Why not?
Because my house is too small for all the people.
Oh, well, why can't you do it, Shane and Shorty and Shane?
Well, they do it at their house a lot. So,
oh, okay.
We did Thanksgiving over at Shane and Shorty's, but except Shane and Shorty always want to do it down by the lake when it's warm enough, and it's like guys, like there's too many people to put down at the lake right there, and it's like yeah whatever. And most times we fit everybody down there, like 15, 16 people, whatever it is, but like we got to carry my dad down.
I was about to say, yeah,
and my dad's funny because like he'll let you, he'll be in a wheelchair or whatever, and we'll wheel him wherever. But as soon as there's stairs, it's like, and we'll pick the wheelchair up and just walk him down the stairs. But no, he's gonna that whole thing, and it's like, bro, chill the fuck out. I'll drop you in this lake. But so this week, actually, while we've been on here, I just got confirmation that the lettering is now done for the Mangolorian. So it's going to the publisher early.
Sweet.
So if you have not been to your local comic book store, go in, order a copy of the Mangolorian. I don't think you'll be disappointed. So the lettering came in, and I looked at the script, and I was like, it's good, but I need to polish this. And it's funny because that script is like 18 months old at this point. So I was like, I need to polish it, right? Because I looked at it, and it's funny, Tino, because you ask me all the time about the process of creating the comics. And I feel like the way that I wrote it was a lot of the stuff that I wanted to see, like in the pictures or whatever, or what I actually wanted them saying. And this has nothing to do with the artist. I think it's just how I was thinking when I wrote it, was that I wrote it in a way that, like, I thought I put more words on the pages.
Right.
And I found out I didn't. And I was like, there needs to be more context. There needs to be more, like, so I didn't put like a narrative or anything in there like that. Like the pictures still draw the narrative and everything else for you. But like I had to give like Mango a couple more lines here and a couple, and I had to spruce up some lines there and stuff. And it was funny because I was thinking, you know, because when you watch The Mandalorian, he doesn't say a lot, you know, and in fact, because he's wearing a helmet, he doesn't emote a lot. Right. Now with the comic, he can emote more because you can cartoonily make the face of the mask do whatever you want it to.
Yeah,
we utilized in humor multiple times throughout the thing, but like in a comic book, a character that doesn't say a lot doesn't really make for a good comic book.
Correct.
It makes for a really quick read. So I was like, no, I got to add more to this. So I had him sit there and say some other things, and I realized that like he never, like, while you knew who those other characters were supposed to be, he never called them by their names or anything. So you're like, who are they supposed to be? Like, right. They're just random people showing up. And it's because in the description of the pages, it had their names and everything else. So it was like, oh. So I finally just sat there and said, no, that won't work. And I made sure there were lines where it's like, I'm this person and I'm this person. Right. And so last night or this morning before I went into work, because I had a late show today, I'm watching The Flash, right, from last night.
I got to watch
Armageddon Part 5.
Yeah, I got to watch it. So sure.
Well, I'm going to put it this way. When he sits there and he has that moment where all of a sudden, like, somehow he deflects the bad guy's powers and he lands like this, what's the line that comes out of his mouth?
The Flash?
Yeah. What comes out of the Flash's mouth?
I didn't see the episode. I don't know.
But just anybody watching a superhero thing, like, could probably come up with the line and know what gets said. It was not Potsy does stuff, by the way. It was, it's over, Despero. Because, and so what's funny is as soon as he goes into that look and you can see him panting, I'm like, he's going to say, it's over, Despero. And he goes, it's over, Despero. And I'm like, damn it. Like I say I could write this stuff, but I actually can write this stuff. So I know that like there's lines that I throw in there that are like those super corny, cheesy CW lines. And I'm like, do I really want? Yes, I really want those lines in there.
You do want those
I do. Yeah, I can't help it. I want those lines in there. And then last week, I think I said that I actually drew the first page of a comic that I want to create, right?
Yeah.
Did I tell you that? The horror story?
Yeah.
Exit 49?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not drawn any more of it yet. I was busy this week, but I really need to put the script on paper before I actually start drawing more pages for it. But I wanted to see like whether or not I felt comfortable drawing some pages, and who knows, maybe I'll actually draw an entire comic with it. So we'll see. Cool. With that, Tino, my voice is going to give out at some point tonight. You can already hear it. I will do everything I can to keep it going with some ghost pepper honey. No, I'm kidding. I'm not doing the ghost pepper honey alone. You're doing it with me. I'll bring it to Greensboro while I'll do it.
I'll throw it out the window while
we'll get Jason and Shavar to do it with us. Come on, man! It's my birthday. We can all sit there and take some ghost pepper honey.
All right. Well, just because it's I'll do it for your birthday. I'll do it for your birthday.
And folks, we'll try to videotape it so we can at least put it on like the Facebook page or something.
And we need to go somewhere and eat for your birthday before the show too.
What's that?
We need to eat somewhere before your birthday. Before the show.
Yeah, we should find somewhere out in Greensboro that you know what we should do? I've heard rumors that there's some old time wrestlers that have like started like burger places and stuff like in the Carolinas. We should start looking for those things.
That'd be awesome.
You know,
I'm sure probably one in Greensboro.
What's that?
There has to be one in Greensboro because Greensboro, Charlotte. I'm surprised there's not one here in Raleigh because that's the old stomping ground.
Well, there's Vinny's Steakhouse, which is proprietarized by one Vinny K. McMahon.
Yeah. That's expensive as shit.
So, Tino, let's go ahead and talk about some wrestling. And I'm going to leave up the what's up with you because I didn't create a little banner for this. But news came out today.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Yes, you did. You actually broke the story to me, which has happened a few times recently. Yeah. And it's normally because, like, I'm busting my ass at work. Like, today, I got my ass kicked at work. It was like tomorrow I'm taking a half day, and yet when I go in, I may end up working the overtime hours to get all the work done because there's that much going on. But news broke today. Why don't you go ahead and break it right here?
The news report, and I thought it was, while you said it's probably not, you hadn't heard it anywhere else, but I heard that Kevin Owens has re-signed with the WWE, and it said multi-year deal. But that was, who was that? That was a Fightful. Said that he just signed a multi-year deal, and I text Rob, I'm like, well, there goes the Rushmore reunion in AEW.
Now,
and our whole theory about the Owen Hart Classic.
If it actually is finalized, then sure. But I would have thought that, like, they could have played up an angle if they wanted to, like, knowing that they re-signed. Like, how did it come out that he already signed?
Yeah.
Like, it's totally one of those situations where, Richard, are you out in Greensboro? He said, come by.
And if so, where?
Yeah, let us know. So, good news for the WWE. But Kevin Owens is not an idiot. Right? But now, he must be a friend of the show, though, because he likes to use the word like trash a lot recently.
Do we say trash?
Well, you're the guy who you replaced used to say trash all the time.
Oh.
So maybe Kevin Owens is still going through back episodes of the Potsy and the Turd show.
But my whole problem, if he did resign, is they're not doing shit with him now. So why would he resign? Or they could have pulled the Cesaro. Oh, we're gonna give you.
So you want me to be real with you on this?
Yeah.
How many kids does Kevin Owens have?
One that I know of.
I think he's got two.
Mm-hmm.
He's a family man.
Okay. But what I'm gonna go ahead and switch your say.
Let me go on.
Okay.
So, and I'm not saying that Tony Khan's not about family because I think we've seen what he's done for the Hubers, what he's done for the Harts.
That's not what I was gonna say, but I'll say it when you finish.
I just think that when it came down to it, WWE probably put pen to paper and said, "This is what we're willing to offer you," And I think he played the Randy Orton card when Randy Orton started talking about wanting to work with FTR, and when they left, all of a sudden Randy Orton got a big contract, and I think that all this talk that Kevin Owens might leave. And them having him in the spot where, he can do anything, right? He's not super old. He's probably, 36, 38.
And that's another thing I'm surprised that they re-signed him if they're trying to do the younger thing.
But come on, Tino, you know as well as I do that, Goldberg's 54.
Right.
They'll let Goldberg stay until Goldberg doesn't look like Goldberg.
But then
Bobby Lashley's in his 40s.
Okay, I got that. But check this out too. I would think that he would, going back to, yes, Kevin Owens has a family. Seems to me that
this man's got a family.
But AEW's the travel schedule seems like it's not as hectic as WWE, which means he would have more time to spend with his family if he signed with them.
I don't think so, because right now WWE, yes, they're touring, but it's 3 days a week, whereas AEW is doing 3 days a week of at least dark shows and stuff like that. But here's where I think that the other part is. Safety comes first in the WWE now. And And I'm going to say, when you have guys like Nick Gage showing up in AEW, that even though you can have lights out matches that are just phenomenal, Kevin Owens has been doing that already.
Yeah.
And what is the biggest payday of the year in pro wrestling?
WrestleMania.
And KO's already been doing KO Mania.
Yeah.
And he actually got a WrestleMania moment the year that there was no fans in the stands.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that when it comes down to it, a guy like Kevin Owens, the reason why he'd be willing to re-sign for more money, I'm going to say, obviously he got a bigger contract, right? He worked the entire pandemic through and through for the WWE. I mean, he was off a couple weeks, but he had he broke his ankle or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they're safer. So I think that like the amount of safety measures that they take to be careful with the wrestlers is definitely better than what's in AEW.
Yeah.
You know, so I think when you talk about longevity of career, and let's be real, I bet anything if he sat there and he said, every year I want the month of April off. Right after WrestleMania, I go and I take a break. They probably said okay to it. Yeah. However, we all know how Vince McMahon is with that. He's like, hey, pal, you wanna come do this this Saudi Arabia tour with us? No, Vince, I told you that I get the month off. Come on, pal, I'll give you 2 months off later. That he never gives you, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just wonder what type of contract he got, because you got to wonder, A, was it a guaranteed contract? B, was it a contract that's worth so much money that you wonder why they let 71 wrestlers go this year, but yet they're willing to sit there and put more money into him.
Yes.
But maybe he started looking at it saying, hey, as the roster thins here, I'm one of the top guys. And we can sit there and say that he can be mid-card, he can be high-card, he can be main event. The fact is he's never going to be the curtain jerker. And
I know.
And if he is the curtain
because
jerker,
he has so much potential, and he's already had the belt. You know what I'm saying? They're misusing him, and that's my only gripe with him. You know what I mean? That's my only gripe. He's been misused.
We say they're misusing him, but let me ask you something. In AEW, where would he be right now?
I think they'd probably put him, especially if he goes into a program with the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? If they do that,
where do they put him though? Where does he go? What is his match on Full Gear?
On Full Gear, I'd put him against Eddie Kingston.
Okay. And what did we say that Eddie Kingston would be in the WWE?
Yeah. Or if I would put him if he came in, I'd put him in because if he's going to go with the Bucks, you might go ahead and put him in with Adam.
So let me put it this way. Was Vince McMahon going to make Adam Cole a main event star? We already know the answer is no. He was going to call him Budge. He was going to make him a manager for Keith Lee.
And we know how I feel about NXT and Vince McMahon. And you do have some exceptions that you pointed out, but you know how I feel about NXT and Vince McMahon. They got somebody like Adam Cole. He could have been a main eventer on the main roster.
I guess my point is, unless you're saying tomorrow Kevin Owens is walking into AEW, getting a world title match and taking their world title so that he can increase the ratings on their show, he's not going to be any higher than he is in WWE. He's not. He's going to be in the exact same spot. He's going to be the guy going for the championship and not quite getting it.
But then
you know who else is in that spot right now in AEW?
Then you would bitch if they put Kevin Owens in a main event picture. Then you would bitch that's another WWE guy coming in.
Oh, I totally would. You're absolutely right. But it's because they know that. No. But hold on. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah,
I would sit there and say if they did that, then they totally just jumped over all these other guys that are worthy of their world title. The thing is that the difference is this. Kevin Steen has been on WrestleManias. Kevin Steen has been the world champion in WWE.
Yes.
There's only three other guys in AEW right now that can claim that, right? Chris Jericho, John Moxley, and Bryan Danielson, right?
CM Punk.
Oh yeah, CM Punk. Sorry, I forget CM Punk is the 7 years off thing, and it's probably the Dayquil, but
and Chris. Well, he's not been on TV.
Christian, I guess, yeah. Christian was never in a high spot at WrestleMania. All the other guys were. I'll grant you that. Mark Henry, Big Show, okay, fine.
Christian never. He didn't. He never defended that title at WrestleMania, did he?
No, I think he won it the month after WrestleMania, actually.
He wasn't even Money in the Bank at WrestleMania? He wasn't even in one of those, was he?
He was in those matches, but he never won them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, Shelton Benjamin was in those matches. You're saying Shelton Benjamin could be the world champion in AEW? He could, actually.
Yeah.
He really could.
He could.
I mean, he is good enough. He is the fact that he has never been a world champion as a singles wrestler is a travesty.
Yes.
But I guess we're still talking about Kevin Owens here. I guess what I'm trying to say is that as much fun as he would have in AEW, he can't get any higher than he is.
Drew's watching it. Don't spoil anything, Justin, because I haven't watched it yet.
Yes, we're not watching it right now. We're going to watch it after this. But welcome to the show, Justin.
Oh, yeah.
So, sorry we weren't here last night. Justin actually was the guy that reached out to me to sit there and next week, folks.
It's Tuesday.
So we'll let's go ahead and run down the schedule.
Yeah, let's do that because next week will be a regular.
Do that, Tino. We'll do that.
Let's do that. So next week, the 21st of December, we will be back Tuesday night on the show. I don't think we'll be in the same room together again because I'll be gone with you Wednesday and back to back. Nicole's like, so I'll do a show from here Tuesday.
She lets you out for your mandate 1 day a week, but the 2 days a week, maybe not. And we're going to be together for like 7 hours on Tuesday or Wednesday. But we will have a very special Potsy and Tino show next Tuesday. Potsy's birthday celebration.
Your birthday's Wednesday.
It is. Do we not get to celebrate it Tuesday then?
Okay, we can. All right, and then the 28th, and we're back on Tuesday then, aren't we?
Yeah, we're still on Tuesday on the 28th. But
on the following week, we won't be on Tuesday. We'll be on Monday the 3rd because my baby sister's coming in from out of town, and she's coming in on that Tuesday. So that week it will be on the Monday. We'll keep you posted. We'll put all these on there.
Yes. So we will try to keep everybody posted. But as of right now, next Tuesday, we will not be live in person. We will be live, but we will be like this.
Yes.
The following week, we may even have a brand new Potsy and Tino studio.
Yes.
We might be debuting the couch. We might be debuting the couch,
which is good. I don't have to climb up and down the stairs anymore. But
I'm doing it for you, buddy. You owe me money for the setup. But then obviously, like he said, the 3rd, which will be right after New Year's Day, we will be back on a Monday night for a very special We Don't Care About Monday Night Raw edition of the Potsy and Tino show.
Yes.
So with that, all right. So I guess where we start would be, I mean, was last week's NXT even worth watching? I didn't even watch last night's NXT. I gotta be real.
I did watch last night's NXT.
Was it good?
It was pretty decent.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and start with last week's Dynamite. Which, obviously tonight we're live during AEW Dynamite. So please no spoilers like Spider-Man, no spoilers. Oh, did you watch Hawkeye yet?
I haven't. I gotta do that. I've been at work today and then I came home. No, I'm watching it. I'm off tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow.
Oh, Tino. There's a spoiler.
Don't.
There's a spoiler.
Don't.
Anyways, AEW Dynamite last week.
Don't even remember.
Yeah, I really don't remember it. You want to just go to the next show?
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I'm not being funny. I don't. Dynamite.
Anybody in the audience want to tell us what happened last week?
Pretty much, I think it was a slow week because they were setting up for this week's the
Danielson versus John Silver happened.
Yes,
and Hangman came out. We got last week was in so last week was the new the Long Island show.
Yes.
So CM Punk came out and almost got booed out of the building.
And what's my man? MJF came out to a Heroes, and it was almost he had a face pop, and he did,
and they teased it
in face walking down the ramp.
They teased it, and you know what though? That's Long Island, New York, man. They're always like that. They're heels themselves, so of course they're gonna cheer the bad guy. I
think Stone Cold was like, yeah, as they said, Chicago's another city that likes to cheer the bad guys.
Well, Chicago, Philadelphia, Long Island, like all the teams that can't win championships. Oh. But there's a heel pop, right? There's a heel pop. Cody challenged Sammy for the title, and that'll be at the Greensboro show that we're going to.
Justin, didn't we just say don't spoil it?
Dan coming back. No. Cody challenged for the title last week. They announced it. They announced it for the for the Greensboro show.
Oh,
because Cody came up afterwards and he's like,
"I remember.
Good luck, kid." And then he almost walked through the heel tunnel and then turned around and he walked back out the face.
You notice he said from one good guy to another. Did you catch that when he said that to Sammy?
Yeah. I have a feeling that Cody's going to go straight heel on
Christmas. Playing into it. I think, like you said, he's playing into it now.
Oh yeah, but I think he's going to have that snapping moment on Christmas. Because I mean, what better day, right?
So Christmas, you thinking at the Rampage? So at the show we're at, because they're filming the Rampage for Christmas.
I think Cody's going to lose the match and he's going to snap.
So that's next Wednesday, right?
So we'll be at it on Wednesday, but that won't air until Christmas on Friday.
Okay, no, the Rampage will air Christmas Friday. We're going to so I'm saying
it's all together. It's all one taping.
Is he facing Sammy? I think is he facing Sammy tonight or next week?
No, next week on Christmas
on the Rampage.
Okay.
You keep saying Christmas. The Rampage is Christmas. Christmas isn't the one we're going to. Okay, I realize they're taping both shows, but is he Is he turning heel on Dynamite or Rampage?
No, he'll turn heel after the match.
That's what I'm asking you.
Yes.
I'm thinking he's going to.
Folks, we wouldn't have this confusion if we were sitting in the same room.
No. So if he's turning heel on Christmas, that means he's turning heel on Rampage, which is airing Christmas, is what I was trying to clarify.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That is what we're clarifying here.
Okay.
So
you're the only one that was confused. I knew what I was saying. I was taking Dan from MMA. Oh no, that bastard.
Oh, Dan Lambert. Good for him.
Bastard.
Good for him. He took a beating and kept ticking. Although his beating wasn't nearly as good as Pat McAfee's. Yeah. Anyways, all right. So what else happened? Like, I don't really remember anything else. I remember more from Rampage.
Is that night Thunder Rosa beat the shit out of when they tried to was it Nyla Rose tried to jump her and she beat the shit out of her?
Yeah, I think that was Rampage.
Yeah.
So all right. So Smackdown.
Paul.
We had the best friends Sami Zayn and Brock Lesnar in the ring together.
I was like, what?
Paul Heyman coming out and him sitting there going, "What am I watching?
The edibles have kicked in.
The edibles must be kicking in because there's no way." And you know what I thought was really cool about that whole segment was the fact that Brock Lesnar was like super cool with Sami Zayn, super cool, putting his arm around him, doing all that. He's like, yeah, we could go hunt moose. You want to go hunt moose? You know, wearing his overalls and everything. But when Paul Heyman
Started hyping him up.
He just
took out the male nurses, which was funny on the way down the ramp. McAfee's like, why does he have a buff male nurse? He's like, why's that male nurse buff?
I mean, SmackDown once again. And you know what's crazy about it? Is how long have I been saying that Sami Zayn is gold?
Oh, yeah.
Like, specifically, this version of him has been gold since he came back the same night that Roman Reigns did at SummerSlam 2020, right? So seeing this and seeing him in, like, being in the program with Roman Reigns, with Brock Lesnar, like, while I don't like the idea of Brock versus Roman again at day one, like, you would, a pay-per-view called Day One, you almost want them to sit there and go, hey, we're restarting everything. Like, anybody could win. Anybody could be the champion. We're going to have a 30-man over-the-top battle royal for the Universal Championship, and Roman Reigns has to win to keep it. Like, that's what you would think would be like nope. It's just, hey, it's New Year's. We're gonna do pay-per-view. I mean, I don't mind it. It's all right. Okay.
You're right.
They are stacking the card. I mean, you got a 4-way dance for the WWE Championship with Bobby Lashley and Big E and Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins. I mean, like, you just took your entire roster and you put them in that one match, you know. I don't know though. I like with SmackDown, man, like that opening segment was just it was so outlandish for what you expect from Brock Lesnar that you know that, like, literally while he's not on Raw, Vince McMahon has nothing to do with what's being written for him.
No. And
the fact that he is showing that he has mic skills right now, Tino.
Yes, it's something that he's in over 20 years. He's never. I don't know if it's because they didn't trust him on a mic. They just never let him go. But he's good.
I wonder if he's actually the one that said, "Hey, I want to do this kind of angle, where I'm going to come out wearing my Canadian overalls. I'm going to come out wearing my lumberjack outfit, and you know, like, fuck it. I'm just going to sit there and, like, just have fun." You know, because if you remember when Brock Lesnar wasn't even in the Money in the Bank match and he won the Money in the Bank, I said, how much you want to bet he comes out with speakers in that thing? And all of a sudden he had speakers in the Money in the Bank, and they called it the Brock in the Bank. Remember?
Yeah.
And, like, he was having fun when he was, you know, and now all of a sudden it's like he's having fun. But not only is he having fun, we're having fun with him.
I think my whole thing when he got backstage and she's like, well, what is your intention? He goes, I don't know. Why don't you ask my advocate, Paul Heyman? I was like,
yeah, he's still playing that card. So, great SmackDown. And interestingly enough, the introduction of Xia Li
liked it
as Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
Still liked it when she came up with that save. I don't know where they're going with it.
I you know, if I were a fan in the stands and not getting to see that entrance, I would have been disappointed.
That was a cool ass entrance.
And Mark Henry was actually saying this week, how often do you see them do something like that super cool with one of the women?
Unless they're a bit like the was it big time Bex.
Yeah, the big time Bex thing, or the boss, or the EST. Yeah. So Alexa has one come out too when she's there, but she's been off for like 3 months. So, but I like great showing. It's just what are they doing with these Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville characters?
I don't know. I don't know why they both have to be heel. And like you said, at least have one on Raw and one on SmackDown. Not.
Yeah. Like, I love the idea that Adam Pearce is sitting there saying, "Oh, it wasn't me that did it. Like, it was Sonya." You know, like, okay, that's cool. But otherwise, like, yeah, put one on one show, one on the other. If you're going to have those characters, like, how does AEW get around with not having those types of characters?
Don't know.
You know, now granted, we all know that Tony Khan's in charge, and they bring him up all the time. So at some point, he's going to be a TV character. I'm pretty sure. Did we talk about the new Judy Bag? Are you talking about Trent Beretta's mom?
Yes.
Sue is much cooler than Judy Bagwell ever was.
May she rest in peace.
Absolutely. AEW Rampage. What do we get?
FTR and
Lucha Brothers.
Yes. That was a match.
It was a hell of a match.
That's my match of the week.
Did the right team go over?
For now.
Chris Barrett, I would love to have you explain that. On Rampage, of all places. We got Adam Cole up against Yuta.
Yeah.
What's his first name?
I can see him. I don't know.
Oh, and then of course,
Hook.
The most hyped first match of all time, Tino.
And he ends it with a Taz mission.
We had Rufio versus Fuego del Sol.
The hell is Rufio?
Rufio. You know, from the movie Hook. From the movie Hook.
I get it, just wasn't funny.
Did you see his hair?
Yeah. He had Carlito hair, but your joke still wasn't funny. I'm just saying.
I think Terrence was actually the one that gave me the Rufio joke, but
maybe it's funny.
But fine, Tino, fine.
Maybe it's funnier when he said it.
Fickle.
No,
what did you think of the debut of Hook?
I want to say he was Taz light. He did a bunch of he did the suplexes, the T-bone suplex, and he ended it with a Taz mission. I mean, they just put a younger Taz in the ring.
You mean the Taz Ahazame?
No, they called it something else. But even Taz had to say, "Yeah, it was a Taz mission." He had to put that in there. It was a Taz, and I like the way he was running down all of Hook's stuff that he's done. Like in high school, this and da 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 da. He had all Hook's stats.
Well, he was an All-American lacrosse player. Mm-hmm. So I mean, he is a legit athlete, and I'm going to tell you, the kid's strong.
Yes,
but
I want to see him. I don't want to see Taz light. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him have his own move sets. I want to see him have his own finisher or whatever.
Well, that's interesting.
Okay. Taz mission, I'll give him that. That's his dad's move. But don't use all of Taz's moves and his finisher. Get his own move set, and then he gets a Taz mission if he wants to keep using that.
See, you said that he looked like Taz light. I actually thought he looked like Cesaro light. Like, because I mean, he would pick the guy up and just hold him there, and then flip him. You know, like showing how strong he is and everything.
Yeah, I can see that.
I thought that what it was really meant to do was say, look at this kid's core strength, right? At the same time, have you ever heard Taz so happy?
No, that was awesome. He was proud. You could tell he's a proud papa on that mic.
And good debut. I find it a little interesting that it was against Fuego del Sol that Fuego loses a match to Hook, because I kind of think that might be very early foreshadowing.
What do you mean?
Who's Fuego's best friend?
Sammy.
Yeah.
So
I think it might be very early foreshadowing because I can't see Cody winning that belt unless they really want to have a heel turn in Greensboro, North Carolina. So it's going to be interesting. Main event match, we got, like I said, we got Adam Cole versus Yuta.
I can't remember his name.
Waylon Yuta?
Wheeling, something like that. Wheeler
Yuta. That's what it is. Man, I knew we'd get it.
Yeah.
Told you, man, the Dayquil's freaking killing me. But although the NyQuil.
I love NyQuil. I'll take NyQuil when I'm sick. If I'm
dude, I'll tell you what. You know how like people don't eat food that they don't like the taste of?
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck do we ever take medicine that we don't that like we will take medicine knowing that it tastes like a dirty sweat sock?
But it'll put you out. Like if I'm stuffed up or have a cold, or I'll take NyQuil, because somebody you wake up it's dried you out and you can breathe again. I don't know what it is about NyQuil.
You're absolutely right, but like recently, because I'm stuffed up in like one nostril, like I've been doing the Afrin in one nostril.
Mm-hmm.
And like it clears everything out, but even that shit tastes nasty because it goes up into your sinuses, and then you're like, what the hell?
Another thing,
what a rush!
You don't have a CPAP, do you? You need a CPAP, but my
probably
CPAP,
do. No, I need to get rid of this. If I get rid of this, I won't need a CPAP anymore.
Well, my CPAP has a humidifier. Oh, dude, like built in. So, dude.
So it gives you the wetness. Oh my god. Dude, do you have any that would be amazing?
And you can set the temperature, so I keep it like around like low 70s. It's just right. Oh my god! I wake up in the morning and you just feel it draining out. You do all that stuff. But yeah, it comes right on out. I love that thing.
All right, so we done talking about Rampage.
Yeah.
We got the crazy kiss from the Young Bucks and Adam Cole again. The only thing I can see that really doing is like being something that when Kenny Omega comes back, he gets mad at them for.
Yeah, because that's you do it to Kenny, right?
I don't know if they ever did it. I think they did it like once.
Yeah.
But like Adam Cole does that. He runs through the ropes. He slides out. He gets down, and then they go into the thing, and they're doing this weird like Jeff Hardy clap, and then they run in the ropes. They run the ropes, and then they slide out, and they right up to him.
When did what's his face come back? Was it Dynamite or was it Rampage?
Who?
Chuck. Not Chuck's partner.
That was the end of Dynamite.
The end of Dynamite. Okay.
No. It was Rampage because that's when Sue came back. Because Wheeler Yuta is one of the best friends. Wasn't that when that happened?
I think it was. No, I think it was Wednesday, because I remember him. They were doing the interview with Mark Henry, and he was like, since I'm the new guy back with a new hairstyle, I think I should. So I think he came back into Dynamite.
Chris Barrett, isn't that how you get the Forrest Whitaker eyes when you mix the Dayquil with the NyQuil? The Shawn Michaels eyes.
Goo goo gaga. Have you seen that?
Chuck's new partner is Sue.
Have you seen that Key and Peele when they did Baby Forrest Whitaker? He's like goo goo gaga. Oh God, I gotta send you that clip.
That's funny. All right. Monday Night Raw last night, or 2 nights ago, because it's Wednesday.
The
show starts out with Bobby Lashley basically saying he wants in the 3-way dance for the WWE Championship at day 1. Brings out Kevin Owens and says, "No, there's no reason why you deserve to be in that. You didn't earn it." So of course that brings out Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins sits there and says, "You didn't earn it either." And then it brings out Big E, who's like, "I don't care who I face, bring them all." So they should just have a 30-man over the top battle royal but then it brings out heel Adam Pearce.
Yes.
Heel, what's Scrap Daddy? Heel Scrap Daddy comes out.
Scrap Daddy, that was his name. That's right.
Heel Scrap Daddy comes out and says, "That's a great idea, guys. Bobby Lashley will have to beat all 3 of you in singles competition tonight." It's like, did we let that many people go? That 3 main, like Bobby Lashley has to wrestle 3 matches in a night now? And the answer is yes. Yes, we did.
I think the best part of that is I sent you that. You got to watch after the show. The best.
I'll watch it later.
Yeah, I said after the show. The best part of that
is waking up, Folgers in your cup.
Is everybody's like behind watching everybody's matches, and the whole time you see Big E, he's just looking at the screen and he's taking notes and just throwing the paper.
Yeah. What was up with that? Like
he wasn't even looking at what he was writing.
No, he's just scribbling. Like he probably thought it was just a terrible, like, "Hey, backstage, make it look like you're taking notes." And he's like, "This is stupid." That's what he's probably thinking.
I'm still trying to figure out what this.
So Kevin Owens sits there and says it's trash that Bobby Lashley gets this opportunity. It's trash that I get to be the first guy that goes up against him. It's trash like St. Paul, Minnesota. It's trash. It was great.
It was terrible.
And then of course he says, I'm gonna end this because I'm the first one to go up against him, so I'm gonna definitely end this opportunity for Bobby Lashley. He gets put in the Hurt Lock because Bobby Lashley did this.
And he didn't get to fully do this. He got back here.
He goes like this, and he's like,
he said, "Fuck that."
And Bobby Lashley had the best reaction. He's like,
"What, motherfucker? What?
No, I want to do this.
I want to do this." That's like Bobby. If Bobby Lashley and D'Lo Brown had a baby.
Tell me what you're working with.
He's in the real deal now.
The real.
Get your ass off the streets, man. So theme song.
D'Lo walking down to the ring. He's a weeble wobble, but he doesn't fall down. Oh my God! So
he's like a black Yotaro Taco Bell.
So the best part I thought about all this was Kevin Owens backstage with Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins like, "You didn't even let him get it on." He's like, "Of course I didn't. Why would I do that? I can't. You wouldn't let him do it." And he's like, "I would let him do it." "No, you wouldn't." "I'll tell you what. How about we both go out there together?" There's no way he could beat both of us. And what happens? He beats Seth, and somehow he Scrap Daddy comes out again and says, "All of his matches for the rest of the night, no disqualification."
Yeah.
Scrap Daddy says so.
Wow.
So of course that all's happening, but we did get some other fun last night or Monday when we had RK Bro backstage. Randy, I can't, the way he says Randy, man.
He jacks that Randy.
Randy.
It's had a sign that said Randy.
We should bring a sign to AEW that just says Randy.
Randy.
And another one that says bro.
I know how when it says cowboy shit.
No, but I'm wearing my Danhausen shirt that night.
Oh hell.
Yeah, buddy. Danhausen.
I'm wearing my American Nightmare shirt. Remember I got that one from one of the shows? Yeah. Yeah. But anyway.
You're going to be the only person in Greensboro cheering for Cody Rhodes.
Hey. Because you know my all-time favorite wrestler, favorite wrestler is
Dustin.
That they rode, baby.
Dustin Rhodes.
That they Rhodes. So
we are the world champions.
I gotta support the fruit of his loins.
The fruit of his loins.
The fruit of his loins.
The fruit of his loom, baby.
The fruit of, yes, it would list the fruit of his loins, baby.
The bean in the sack, daddy.
The bean in the Cody gonna get funky like a monkey, baby.
Cody only get cheers in Tampa, daddy.
Only daddy. I don't know about my other thun. My other thun, he was gold, though, baby. I couldn't deal with that, daddy.
All right. So, but Randy, man, his whole Randy thing, like it like Randy Orton too, though, where he's
I don't understand how he can do that. He can work with him and keep a straight face.
You know that as soon as he goes off camera, he's got to start busting out. Because
it's so stupid. And I think Riddle, if you watch closely, Riddle's trying to make him.
Oh, he's trying to pop him. Like, I bet they don't give him a script anymore.
he just goes,
no more jackass guys. Come on, Randy. You know that the jackass guys were cool. I mean, that was Johnny Knoxville and Chris Pontius. And
I could be in a jackass movie. You know they let him go. They have, because they can't write that stuff. They let him go.
They've got to at this point, man, because like I don't, or he sits there and he goes, here writers, write that into my script. You know, like, but I don't think so. I think he literally just they go, we're gonna go out there, here's your talking points. You got 1, 2, and 3, and you got 5 minutes. And Randy just sits there and he's like, my God, this is gonna be terrible.
Yep.
And every week it's so terrible. It's fucking
funny.
Platinum. You know, it's fucking platinum. It drives me. It drives me up the wall that he is that good, man.
I still want you to go back to one a couple of weeks ago. It was so funny. Riddle's in the ring interviewing, and he's like, "You got anything to say, Randy?" And Randy's sitting at the desk. He looks around the crowd, saying, Randy. He stands up, grabs the mic. Nope. And he puts it back down and walks away.
And Riddle, if you win this match tonight, somewhere down the line,
yes, I'll put
way down the line, not next week, way down the line, I will let you put that blazer back on.
It's gold, man. Those two are gold.
And then, okay, slowly coming up in like second place of like the platinum, like gold, like comedy bits, Austin Theory and Vince McMahon, dude.
I was going to say earlier, I don't understand.
Oh, you think we're friends now, huh? Yeah. You think you deserve a gift, huh? Get out of here. What do you think you're doing?
And then he went out and jumped him, talking, "You going to impress me? You think you impress me?"
And he sits down. He's like, I did what you said, Vince. I did what you. It literally is like the big bulldog from like Tom and Jerry, and the little one that just keeps jumping around. Hey, Spike. Hey, Spike. Hey, Spike.
Yep.
And I bet that's what Vince McMahon is thinking. I bet he's thinking that.
It is hilarious.
It's such good shit, pal.
It is hilarious. It's hilarious.
Like, I don't care what anybody says. You sit there and think that Vince McMahon doesn't still have the comedic chops. Like, you're fucking like
he does. Because it's his facial expressions. And then he'll be talking to you, and all of a sudden he'll just get mad. Get out. You'll see it coming. Get out.
And you know beforehand, he's sitting there and he's like, all right, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm going to sit here and I'm just gonna get riled up. And you're just gonna be like, and he's so stupid. Like, he's so stupid. He's sitting there, he's like, oh, you think I should get a cookie from catering for you? Oh, no. And he's like, yeah, a cookie would be nice. And it's like, oh, okay. So a cookie. Do you like chocolate chips on the cookie? Yeah. Who doesn't like chocolate chips on the? What about some peanut butter cups in the cookie? Do you like peanut butter cups in the cookie, Austin? Well, don't you like? Shut up! It's like, next week they're going to be talking about peanut butter cups and cookies. Watch. Oh my god! It, like, those two segments alone
made the whole show.
Except they don't know how to write a whole show like that.
Yeah, they did back in the day.
Well, that's because Brian Gewirtz was writing it, who now writes a show called Young Rock.
Is that back? I tried to find out. It's only first season. Is the second season back?
So apparently there's a Christmas special coming out.
Because I went back. So I'm like, I thought I watched them all, but then they were showing something on Peacock. I'm like, I don't think season 2's out. And I went back on Peacock. It's still just season 1.
No, I think it's a mid-season replacement show because it's only like 10 episodes.
Yeah, I love it. I watched them all. That was a good show.
But yeah, there was other news that came out this week that Tony Khan said, I guess I can break this story. Did you hear about it? Tony Khan said that WWE has reached out to AEW about using their wrestlers in documentary segments. So interviews.
WWE has reached out to AEW to use AEW wrestlers. Well, probably because some of them were used to be in WWE.
That's exactly it. So just furthering the relationship of like the Chris Jericho on the Stone Cold podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah. And if you notice, if you've watched Ruthless Aggression 2, how many of those guys aren't with WWE anymore? Like literally Mark Henry, Big Show, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano.
Is Gargano going really?
He's not under contract.
It expired.
Yeah, his contract expired.
So you don't think he's coming back? I would think he would come back and
try
to get. And
by the way, rumor to Johnny Gargano is this: the Johnny Gargano rumor is that Johnny Gargano is not making any decisions about his future until after his child's born.
Makes sense.
So, and I have a feeling they're waiting until Candace's contract ends as well, so they can either come in as a power couple or just go somewhere together. I mean, we saw how Lana was taken care of for 8 months, right? Like, and when I say taken care of, I mean like the shit
put to the table every week.
Yeah, for like 8 straight weeks.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, with Raw, dude. And then of course we did get more. Justin was talking about it in the chat, where you got the setup for Liv Morgan versus Becky too. Which, by the way, I think if they pull the trigger on any championships changing hands, it's going to be Becky Lynch losing. Yeah. However, I think it's going to be short-lived. Ha 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 ha. I did not even mean that. I just really think that that's the term for it. And I think it's really to infuriate Becky Lynch to the point where, because this past week when she started saying what she was saying, they were really trying to get this big time Beck's character over as a monster heel.
And it's not working.
It hasn't worked yet. But yet, if you notice, even when they introduced her this week, it was big time Becky Lynch. It wasn't the man Becky Lynch.
But here's the thing, too. I think it's confusing the fans because, yes, she's supposed to be a heel and they're cheering, and she starts out her promos a lot of times like a face. and then all of a sudden she switches it. I don't know if she's doing that on purpose, or she's not quite used to being a heel completely yet.
I don't know. Apparently she asked to be heel, and I don't believe that. I think this all goes back, and I told you before, I think this all stems back to when Vince McMahon wanted her to be a heel in the first place. Chris Barrett, to your statement that people act like the WWE is asking to use the talent just so that they don't get sued, that's not exactly the case. WWE has the big time lawyers at this point. They don't have to worry about being sued by any of this. They're doing the right thing because they know that the video footage that they're asking about is video footage that the wrestlers work for the other company at this point. There's no other reason behind it. I mean, Chris Jericho, if he wants to show up on WWE television tomorrow, Vince McMahon would probably approve it as long as he knew that he wasn't under contract with AEW to show up on a live broadcast, right? But when you're talking about documentary stuff, Vince McMahon's thinking 20 years down the line, it's not going to matter that these guys wrestled for AEW. Vince McMahon thinks he's still going to win the war, which means these guys are going to finish their careers as WWE wrestlers one way or another. You know what I mean? So I truly believe that when Chris Jericho's contract's up, he'll be the first AEW Hall of Famer. But on top of that, he'll also be a WWE Hall of Famer, which he currently is not. And by the way, there is already at least one WWE AEW wrestler that became a WWE Hall of Famer while wrestling for AEW, and that was Billy Gunn. So what's up with this news about The Miz becoming the first inductee into the WWE 2022 Hall of Fame?
Did you not watch the Raw Monday?
So I saw The Miz do his video package where he said that he was applying for the.
That's what but I don't think anybody said he is going to be. I think that was a Miz.
WWE Twitter posted it.
But I don't see him going
now,
in yet.
How come
he won't go in? I don't think he's going in yet.
How come with Edge being an active wrestler, they haven't played the gimmick of The Miz trying to take his Hall of Fame status?
I might be working on that.
Well,
I thought they were building to that when he started when they played that package Monday. I'm like, I thought they might be going for, well,
because I've been saying that ever since Edge came back, that what they should do is they should have somebody sit there and like Roman Reigns versus Edge. Edge wins the title, or Roman Reigns gets to say, I took the Hall of Fame away from you. If
anybody has that, I think Miz would be the perfect person because he's just that egotistical. I think Edge, I think they're gonna put that gimmick on the right dude if they give it to Miz.
Well, but you think that they'll actually sit there and say they're taking the Hall of Fame away from Edge?
In storyline, yeah, I'm sure he'll get it back.
You know what's sad is that, like, talking about the Hall of Fame, because I'm done talking about Monday Night Raw at this point. I don't know if you had anything else you wanted to add. Talking about the Hall of Fame, the guy that could be the first 3-time Hall of Famer. Do you know who it is?
I thought Flair was already a 3-time, wasn't he?
No, he's a 2-time.
What about Hogan?
Hogan's 2-time.
Some DX, NWO. Who's
now? Technically, I guess Hogan could be considered the first 3-time because the main event from the first WrestleMania is in the Hall of Fame. Mm-hmm. But I don't really count that.
I think X-Pac, Chris. I think X-Pac's only.
X-Pac could be the first 3-time WWE Hall of Famer.
How's he going back in?
He's in with the NWO. He's in with DX.
So they're going to put him in by himself, solo?
He could be in by himself. He actually has said that the reason why he is not in by himself, because he's been asked, was because he's got social anxiety disorder and does not want to stand in front of a crowd and try to say it in front of by himself. So he's okay being in front of a crowd with other people in the ring or whatever stage area that they've got, but does not want to do it by himself. And I kind of believe that, except for the fact that the guy had a 20-year career in wrestling.
Yeah. But if you notice, I don't think he's ever done a promo by himself in the ring.
Maybe not. I don't know. We would have to go through 20 years of videotape to figure out whether or not he did. And granted, he would still have like Mean Gene or something sitting there interviewing him, right? He probably never came out by himself and just cut a promo on Shane O'Mac.
Yeah,
but anyways, isn't that interesting?
That is.
Like, I guess, okay, so Flair could, but Flair's on the outs with WWE right now, but Flair could because they could put Legacy in there. Or I'm sorry, Evolution.
Yeah. One more thing about Raw, I do want to say I'm sorry. We were talking about maybe Beth Phoenix.
This is also your show.
Yeah. We're talking about Beth Phoenix maybe coming out of retirement, but I don't know because they just did that angle where Maurice slapped the shit out of Miz and just walked away from him. So
who slapped the shit out of Miz?
Maurice. You didn't watch? Did you see that? Where what he had? Oh, you didn't? Oh, you didn't watch Raw?
No, I watched most of it. I guess.
Did you not see the Miz TV where they interviewed Edge? No, So Maurice came out and they were talking to. Then she was talking. And then
Maurice slapped the Miz.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you.
So her own husband.
Yeah, you didn't see it. So Maurice brought the Miz out, and then he did that whole I want to be whatever. Edge came out. Miz said something to piss Edge off. Edge slapped him. They wouldn't have fighting. Edge threw the stuff out. He threw Miz in the corner and went to the opposite corner and was getting ready to hit the spear. When he ran up, Miz pushed Maurice in front of him, and Edge stopped it. And then Miz came out. He hit him with his finisher, and then he went back to saying, "Yeah, Maurice, this is what we do." And she's like, "I'm a mother. I have 2 kids. How can you do that to me?" And he's trying to calm her down. She slaps the shit out of him and leaves the ring.
If they do something where they start showing Edge consoling Maurice, and then Maurice still turning on Edge, I am gonna I might stop watching.
That's played out too, though.
Yeah, of course it is. That's why I don't want to watch that. I don't want to see that at all. Man, you drank like that whole thing.
Shut up.
Whew.
But yes,
Tino, I don't really got anything anymore.
One thing I do want to say about, did you not watch?
Oh, Spider-Man comes out this week. No spoilers.
Did you not watch the thing last night? Not Impact.
NXT.
NXT. You didn't watch NXT?
Mm-mm. No, I was out last night.
You still went out?
Yeah.
Sick and all?
I told you I don't really feel sick. I just know that I've got something.
Oh, I need to talk to you when we get to station. I thought you canceled that. But yeah, we already talked about that, Chris. They had Grayson Waller came out and said what he did to Gargano, He jumped Eli Drake. I refuse to call him LA Knight, and took his car and rode off with the new rich chick, whatever her name is. Roderick Strong had a match against Steiner's nephew, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker won.
Did he win the title?
No, it wasn't for the title. But he was. Then the rest of the mind came out, and they tried to jump him, and he fought them off. And as they were going off the air, he's doing this shit, and he turns around, and there's Ciampa in the ring, and hit him with the thing, with the DDT, the widow's bell, whatever, and was talking shit to him, and that's how they ended it.
So Ciampa's losing his belt.
Yeah. That's all I got. I just want to do the highlights.
That's fine. And I mean, like, I love, you know how much I love Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
It boggles my mind that.
But we agreed that Braun is he is the future. I still think it's too early. It's too early.
You know what? I do have one more thing to talk about.
Okay.
I'll make it quick, though, or I'll try to. WWE's new initiative. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, we talked about it last week, and this week they showed all the different.
They signed. So Gable Steveson was the first one. And then they showed the female swimmer or whatever she was as
They
well.
got like 20.
Yeah, they now have like 20 NCAA athletes that are signed to WWE contracts, and like 2 of them are female basketball players that are
They're
twins.
right? Yeah.
They're very attractive too. Like they got the goods. A bunch of football players. I mean, one of them right out of Elon. So I mean, like,
and they said from Duke too.
I think there was one from Duke. So I mean, like, they're getting some prime athletes, but I mean, they now have like so when you talk about like the Kevin Owens being over 30 kind of thing, it's because it's gonna take time to get these 19-year-old kids that they just signed to contracts, which are still going to college, by the way.
Yes.
Like they because of the name, image, likeness, and that's why it's the next in line, NIL and NIL. The reason why they're doing that is because Vince McMahon wants to take the Performance Center back to what it was supposed to be, right? But with people like Gable Steveson, he's giving them their own Performance Center. He's giving him a wrestling ring at the university that he's at, so that he can actually be training to be a WWE superstar now. Because remember, he was drafted to Raw.
Yeah, I was about to say he's as soon as he gets done, whatever he's doing, he's right on the main roster.
It'll probably be 4 or 5 months after that, because they'll get him in ring shape, right? He'll be ready for a WWE ring. But I mean, yeah, right now he's taking bumps. He's doing flatbacks and stuff so that he can be ready for all that. And let's be real. WWE doesn't want to pay these people millions of dollars, but they also don't want indie guys anymore that have 15 concussions already coming in.
Correct.
So taking these young athletes and actually getting them ready to be WWE superstars in the image that the WWE wants them to be, and paying them while they're in college to, because they're going to use their name, image, and likeness. That's what the whole thing's about. Is pretty freaking impressive, and it is. I don't know how they're getting away with it the way that they are. No, so Barrett, what they're doing is they're taking kids that were already going to get some sort of endorsement deal and are WWE fans that they see something in, and being able to take them and turn them into WWE superstars where they'll get regular WWE contracts. The contracts might actually be a little bit less than, someone who's established, but that person will then have the marketing ability to take the name that they, because they're showing what the real name is right now. Obviously, when they get announced as WWE superstars, they'll be something else. Gable Steveson, probably not.
Yeah.
Unless it's the Patriot Gable Steveson or something like that, like where they can keep the Patriot moniker or whatever. But like, if they change the gold medalist name, they're making a mistake.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the plan is there or what's going to happen, but who knows?
They couldn't do it.
But it's really interesting to see now that the NCAA is allowing people to do stuff like that they're able to take that and turn it into something that the WWE can mold these people into superstars long before they ever would have had the chance to become superstars before.
Yeah.
Or they would have had to drop out of college to become it before. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't know. I'm baffled by it, and I think it's insane, and I think it's crazy good for the WWE in the long run. So that's what I got.
That's what I got too.
I'm looking for our outro, so go ahead and take us home. As
always, you can catch Robbie there on the Twitter. He is at PotCheck. I'm HoodieFan91 on the Insta. Excuse me, he is Rob PotCheck. I am SC Tino. On TikTok, he is Rob Potsy PotCheck. On the Twitter, we are Potsy and Tino. On Facebook, we're the Potsy and Tino Show. Can you shut up? Do you want to do this?
No, I'm telling everybody to do it without saying it.
I'm getting there.
What? I'm already saying it. Like,
Well, then I won't say it. And as always, we want to say thank you to Adam's House Cat for the wrestling song, which you can catch on iTunes for 99 cents. You do it. You say it. Fuck you. Every week right here on the YouTube channel that you're watching. Yes, give us a like and give us a thumbs up and a like. Please make sure you buy the t-shirt.
Buy the t-shirt.
And until next week, folks.
Next week's a special episode.
God help us. Until next week, folks. I can't even say Ric Flair anymore. In Charlotte, whatever. We got Arn Anderson.
I got a Glock in my pocket.
That's a very saying, good night, baby.
We're gonna need a new outro song.
Yeah, we can't do damn.
Yeah, we're gonna have to ask Adam Housecat for a new song.
Yeah.
Oh well, we're still doing it.
Woo! Good night.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, dig it. You're so crazy.